In the ancient mystery schools of Egypt, students were held to a foundational requirement before they were ever allowed to access advanced knowledge. In Greece, this same requirement took the form of a strict vow. Initiates were forced to maintain absolute silence for 3 to 7 years. A single slip meant permanent expulsion. The reasoning was pragmatic. The masters believed that giving an uninitiated mind the power of speech was as dangerous as handing a loaded weapon to a child. We operate with very little of that caution today. We spend our lives venting, complaining, and running poverty programming on a loop, often dismissing the habit as simply being real. But language is more than a tool for description. It is an active coding mechanism, meaning that when you speak without intention, you are caught in a cycle of constant self-sabotage. The mechanics behind this are found in cymatics, the study of how sound frequencies create physical form. This is visible on a Chladni plate. When audio frequencies are played through a metal surface, randomized particles instantly arrange themselves into perfect geometric patterns. Sound is literally reorganizing matter in real time. In the early 2000s, researcher Dr. Masaru Emoto demonstrated that the same physical reorganization happens within water. Emoto found that water exposed to words like love formed gorgeous, symmetrical geometry, while negative words resulted in chaotic, deformed structures. This data is significant because your body is 70. Spend the first day observing your own voice, specifically looking for repeating loops where you describe yourself as a victim or a failure. As you hear these phrases, write them down. Documenting these patterns in a journal makes the unconscious code of your life visible. You will likely feel a strong urge to vent these frustrations to others. Understand that venting does not release the problem. It instructs your subconscious to recreate those same conditions tomorrow. Silence is used here as a diagnostic tool. By stopping the broadcast, you can finally identify which parts of your programming are broken. Once you have identified the patterns, you must watch for the urge to speak. Whenever you feel a complaint, a piece of gossip, or a limitation rising, you must pause. Listen for the specific language of limitation. Statements like, "I can't," "I'm so tired," or "I'm broke." This requires a physical intervention. By closing your mouth and catching the phrase before it leaves your body, you prevent it from structuring your environment. You will notice a distinct feeling of discomfort during these pauses. That friction is the sensation of a chaotic habit being interrupted. You must maintain this rigid protocol for 7 full days without exception. This window is necessary to break the neural momentum of unconscious speech. Mastering this pause shifts you from a passive observer of your problems into a creator who is ready to rewrite them. With the broken code silenced, you can begin the work of replacement. This is where you swap the reactive phrases you've caught with intentional commands. If you feel the urge to say, "I'm so broke," you transform it. You state instead, "I am identifying new resources." As you speak these new words, visualize the frequency creating harmonious cymatic patterns within the water of your brain, stabilizing your internal structure. By replacing chaos with geometry, words are no longer random noise. They become commands to the physical field, using the same laws that organize sand and water to structure your daily experience. The ancients understood that a population living in a state of verbal chaos is easier to direct. When speech is unconscious, the architecture of a person's life is left to the influence of external systems. A population that realizes sound constructs physical form is impossible to manipulate. They stop casting limitations on their own lives and begin to command their reality. If you are ready to take your own vow and end the broadcast of chaos, drop a comment below with the word "activated." Consider this comment a public declaration. It signals to the field around you that you are officially taking your power back. Share this with someone who is ready to wake up, and subscribe for more on the architecture of our world. Master your silence and speak your world into existence.